6 years. That's how long I've been training for. 6 years of going to the gym at least 4 to 5 times every single week for 6 years straight. Now, I'm here to tell you guys the three biggest takeaways that I got from the gym, how it changed my life, just so you guys can see the impact and the importance of going to the gym regularly, getting in shape, and working on your physique and your fitness. So we're gonna get straight into it. The first reason is it taught me about delayed gratification and compounding, right? With the gym, I think when people first start off, it's like, okay, after every workout, you're looking in the mirror to see, oh, have I got big, have I got jacked? It's only been a 2, 3 sessions, might be a couple months in. You might only be like, you might even be a year in, but you're still looking super hard in the mirror after every session. And the reason a lot of people do this is because they don't understand the power of compounding, right? You got to do the same consistent things over a long amount of time. And when you think about it, right, everything in this world, this modern era that we live in, that's worth having, worth achieving, it's going to take a while to build, whether it's a business, whether it's a physique, whether it's a social media page, whatever it may be, or even if it's a skill, right, whatever it may be, it's going to take time to build. And the gym is where I first learned that. That's where I first learned that if you want an extraordinary result, you've got to turn up every single day for maybe 4, 5 years, for a long amount of time, if you want to, pull away from the herd, right? And when I first started the gym, I was like, you know what? Because I was super skinny, so I was like really insecure, right? I was like, my arms aren't filling out my shirts. Everyone's probably looking at me thinking, yo, this guy's just lanky and skinny. He can't fit in his shirts. But what changed for me is realizing that, the people who are in serious shape, they've been doing this for a while. Like they're like 5, 10 years, 15 years in. So me being like 3, 4, 5 months, and I'm like, okay, why am I still expecting the same results as these guys when they've been putting the work in for years and I've not done that yet? So I remember when I started, I just bulked. I tried to get as big as possible, as quickly as possible. And obviously that didn't work out aesthetics wise, right? Like it just didn't look good. So I had to go back to the drawing board, cut down. I had to stop ego lifting. And I just had to focus on doing the same things every single day, every single session. Trying to do more than last time, obviously, always trying to improve. But basically going back to the drawing board and just focusing on showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. Because that's when the results actually show. If you see anyone with like a crazy physique, they've probably not put anything less than like 5 years into it. And obviously I know you see these 18-year-olds who are ripped and, obviously you get the 1% of the 1% who they've got crazy, crazy genetics. Even me, I've got really good genetics, but I wasn't looking like a bodybuilder or anything like that at 19, I'm 23 now, but I wasn't looking like super, super, super crazy at 19. So don't compare yourself to the 1% of the 1%. The biggest quote that I've learned recently is take care of the process and the score will take care of itself. If you're doing the right things every single day, the score eventually will take care of itself. You're going to get to a position where you're really happy with your physique and you are in shape, and people are going to look at you and like, oh, like this guy's in serious shape. It's going to get to a point where it's undeniable because it's literally thousands of weeks, hundreds of weeks, thousands of days, thousands of sessions of progressive overload, eating properly, eating whole foods, recovering properly, making sure you're hydrated, making sure you're reaching your protein intake. So doing all of this for a consistent amount of time, it just compounds. It's like a snowball effect. And you fast forward in like 5 years time, you're just way like no one can catch up to you in terms of physique wise. Only people that have been on the same journey as you still putting the work in on a consistent basis, right? So the biggest thing on your side is time, right? You just keep doing the same thing over a certain amount of time and you're just gonna look crazy in 5 years time. You're gonna reach that point where you're super aesthetic if you've been doing the right inputs. But it's also important to do it when you don't feel like it. Now the gym for me, like physical exercise, I feel like if you got high testosterone as a young man, the gym you shouldn't feel like you don't want to go to the gym. You should always feel like you want to push yourself physically. High testosterone will just push you to do that, to want to work out. It's literally like, those work dogs. Like you might see a a Rottweiler or something like that, and it's super, like, he just wants to run all day. He just wants to run, work, because that's what they're built to do. They're breeded to do that. If you're a man in your early 20s, late teens, that's what you should be wanting to do. If your testosterone's healthy, you should be wanting to work out. Whether it doesn't even have to be you going to the gym lifting weights. It could be calisthenics, it could be fighting, it could be playing a sport, but just doing something to be physically in shape. So that's the first one, delayed gratification and compounding. It also trickled into other areas of my life. So when I realized, okay, I've used this formula of compounding for the gym, let me do the same with my finances. Let me do the same with, like, my skills outside of the gym. So that are gonna make me money in real life, right? So I've been applying those same theories to other areas of my life. But compounding is probably the biggest thing, probably the most powerful tool in life. Compounding, like, honestly, I can't talk highly enough of it. So point two, respect. So being in shape, right? It's gonna get to a point maybe after like year 2 or year 3, right? Depending on your genetics, depending on a few different factors, but usually between like year 2 and year 4, or maybe like year 2 and year 3, you're gonna reach a point where it's like it's evident that you go to the gym, right? It's like, duh, like this guy clearly works out, like this guy's clearly in shape. People will start referring to you as, oh, the big guy over there, oh, the hench guy, the jacked guy. That's what it's gonna be like, right? And you're gonna notice a big difference in the way people treat you. So with women, they're gonna treat you, in a certain way. It's different to how you are when you're not in shape, because it shows discipline, right? And it appeals to their natural nature, right? Of man that's in shape. Like, it's biology. You can't fight it. And even men, when they see that you're in shape, right? It literally shows them like, okay, this is someone who at least something, that they're at least a disciplined person, right? And they work towards a goal. So it says, your physique says so much about you before you even say a word. Like, it says so much about you. It shows you're disciplined, you can work long and hard, and it also shows that you respect yourself. Because the way you look on the outside is a direct reflection of what you feel about yourself on the inside, right? So you taking care of your body shows that you love yourself. And it's a self-fulfilling cycle, because other people will respect you because of it. They'll give you better treatment, and then it's gonna feed back into yourself. It's like a positive feedback loop. And then for you, it's like, okay, I'm someone who's respected, people are attracted to me, and I'm good looking, essentially. So that's what it's gonna be like. Even when it comes to people wanting to be your friends, a lot of guys will start conversation about it. You being in shape, ask for advice, etc. It's a good conversation starter. It's a good way to make connections, but also it's a thing where when it comes to you really being in shape, and let's say, for example, if you're outside, you're at a party, you're at an event, or even if you're on the street, people are gonna think twice before trying to start a fight with you or picking on you, etc. Like, I've been out so many times in the last 6 years where people will just, someone might bump into you and they'll just start, you might bump into them and they'll say sorry, they'll apologize for it, or people will think twice before even starting a fight with you, right? Like, I've never had anyone try and start a fight with me, and I've been going out different places for years. I've been training for years, right? So that just shows you the respect part of it. People are gonna think twice about messing with you because you look intimidating, and people respect you as well. And this leads on to my third point, which is self-confidence. Because of this, because the world reacts to you in a different way, in a more positive way, it's a positive feedback loop, and you're like, okay, I'm more confident now. It gives you more confidence because it changes the way you view yourself. Your self-image improves, which means you're gonna have more confidence. When you wake up and you look in the mirror every day, you're gonna be proud of what you see, right? And that's gonna manifest in your thoughts, the way you act and the way you behave. So it's a positive feedback loop, right? It's a positive feedback loop, and the more you get in shape, the more that's gonna happen, right? And obviously, there's a point of diminishing returns when it comes to being in shape. So I want to caveat this whole video to say that there's always a point of diminishing returns. A lot of the time, people think that biggest is the best. So what they'll do is they'll just blast steroids, they'll just blast roids. They don't care about what it's going to do to their heart, their health markers, their skin, whatever. They just want to be super, super big, super in shape, look like a bodybuilder. But it gets to a point where it's, you know, it's kind of too over the top, and it takes over your life where you can't focus on building a skill that makes you money, and you can't focus on other areas like relationships, that kind of thing. The gym becomes your whole personality. And whilst it's a great foundation to go and have a fulfilling life, right, being in shape, like, it's not the be all end all. It's a foundation, it's a good compass, right? But do not by any means make it your whole personality. Like, all you need is like an hour a day of working out. But think about what you're doing in the other hours of your day, the other 23 hours. Are you working on yourself? Are you building a skill? Are you socializing healthily, you know, in a healthy manner? Are you taking care of yourself? Like, gym shouldn't be your whole personality, right? It should never be your whole personality. Shouldn't be the only thing that you focus on in terms of self-improvement. So anyway, that's the video there and there. Just to summarize, delayed gratification and compounding, respect, and also self-confidence as well. The way you view yourself, the way you see yourself when people aren't there, the way you see yourself when people are there will improve a whole lot, because it's going to be something that you're like, okay, I built this. Like Franklin Saint said, bit brick by brick, right? So that's the video there and there. Like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, catch you guys in the next one.